Hello, so today my video is titled The Hidden Meaning of Insects, Fairies. So, what if fairies were never meant to be tiny humans with wings? What if that image came much later and the older belief was far different? Across Northern Europe, long before Christianity reached Northern Europe, the Germanic tribes, people believed the world was alive, animism, not metaphorically alive, literally alive. The rivers breathed, the forest listened, the marshes whispered, and the smallest creatures, especially the ones that flew, were sometimes seen as being between worlds, not merely insects, but spirit things. The old Saxon view of nature. The Saxons never left behind holy books explaining their beliefs in detail, but through folklore, archaeology, and surviving Germanic traditions, we can put together fragments of how they may have viewed the world. To them, nature was not dead matter. Everything carried spirit. Storms, animals, sacred trees, water, fire, even the wind itself. And insects were strange creatures. Think about it. A caterpillar disappears into a cocoon and returns transformed. A dragonfly rises from the water into the air. Tiny glowing lights drift through forest at night. To a tribal people living deep among forests, rivers, and marshland, that would not feel ordinary, that would feel supernatural. Butterflies as souls. In many European traditions, butterflies were linked to souls, not just symbols of souls, actual wandering spirits. Imagine an old Saxon seer watching a butterfly emerge from its cocoon. Something crawls into darkness, disappears, and returns winged. To ancient people, this mirrored death and rebirth itself. The burial mound, winter becoming spring, the soul leaving the body. A butterfly may have been viewed as proof that life changes form rather than ending. Dragonflies and water spirits. Dragonflies are ancient-looking creatures, fast, metallic, almost unnatural in movement. Many old European traditions connected them with marsh spirits, drowned souls, hidden beings near water. And remember, water was sacred in Germanic lands. Weapons, jewelry, and offerings were thrown into bogs and rivers. So when dragonflies emerged from dark water and hovered silently in the air, they may have been seen as messengers between the underworld and the living world. The origin of fairies. Now here's where it gets interesting. The modern fairy, small, glowing, winged, mostly comes from Victorian art and the 1800s. But that image may preserve fragments of something much older. Ancient people likely did not separate spirits, insects, nature, and ancestors the way modern people do. A glowing insect in the woods, a butterfly appearing after death, tiny lights moving through the marsh. These became fairy lights, elf fires, spirits of the wind. Over centuries, those old animistic beliefs slowly transformed into the fairy legends we know today. So maybe fairies were never originally tiny humans with butterfly wings. Maybe they began as something older, a memory of the time when people believed the natural world itself was conscious. when insects were not just insects, but signs, messengers, fragments of spirit moving through the air between the worlds. And maybe that old feeling still survives deep inside us. Tschüss.